Every disease you're fighting right now is actually a teacher you're refusing to learn from. While you're busy declaring war on your symptoms, popping pills to silence your body's messages, and praying for miracle cures, you're missing the profound truth that your illness isn't your enemy, it's your wake-up call. Your body isn't betraying you. It's desperately trying to get your attention. But you're so busy trying to shut it up with medications and treatments that you can't hear what it's trying to tell you. When was the last time you actually listened to your disease instead of trying to defeat it? The most powerful pharmacy in the world isn't found in any building or institution. It exists within your own mind. Right in this moment, as these words reach your ears, your body is producing every chemical, every hormone, every substance needed for perfect health and healing. The question isn't whether you have this power. The question is whether you're using it consciously or letting it run on autopilot. Your body is far more than a collection of parts working mechanically. It's an incredibly intelligent system that responds to every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold. That pain in your back, that recurring headache, that chronic condition you've been told you have to live with it, they're all listening to the silent conversations you have with yourself every day. Some people in this room right now are thinking, that's nice, but my condition is different. My pain is real. Of course it's real. Every sensation you feel is real. But what if those sensations were not just random occurrences, but messages? What if your body is trying to tell you something that your conscious mind hasn't been ready to hear? Every cell in your body is responding to your thoughts right this second. When you feel anxious, your cells know. When you feel peaceful, they know. When you doubt your ability to heal, they know. And most importantly, when you believe in your body's innate wisdom to restore itself, they know that too. Think about the last time you were deeply worried about something. Maybe it was before an important presentation or while waiting for medical test results. Remember how your stomach tightened, your heart raced, your palms got sweaty? That was your thoughts creating real, measurable changes in your body. If negative thoughts can create such powerful physical responses, imagine what healing thoughts can do. Modern science is just beginning to understand what ancient wisdom has always known, that our minds and bodies are not separate entities, but one interconnected system. When you change your thoughts, you literally change your biochemistry. When you shift your beliefs, you shift your biological reality. Let me share a profound truth that might challenge everything you've been taught about healing. Your body knows how to heal itself, just like it knows how to breathe without you thinking about it, how to digest food without your conscious direction, how to heal a cut without you telling it which cells to activate. It knows exactly what to do to restore balance and health. But here's where many of us go wrong. We interfere with this natural healing intelligence. We doubt it. We fight against it. We override it with our worries, our fears, our beliefs, and limitation. Every time you tell yourself, this will never get better, you're instructing your body to maintain its current state. Every time you focus on what's wrong, you're directing your energy away from what could be right. You might be wondering why some people seem to heal effortlessly while others struggle. The difference isn't in their bodies, it's in their beliefs. Those who heal have somehow tapped into a fundamental truth, that their thoughts are not just passive observations, but active instructions to their healing system. In hospitals around the world, people are healing from supposedly incurable conditions. They're defying medical predictions. They're demonstrating what's possible when you align your mind with your body's natural healing abilities. These aren't miracles. They're examples of what happens when you remove the mental blocks to healing. Your body is like a garden. The thoughts you plant today become your reality tomorrow. If you plant thoughts of disease, limitation, and chronic pain, that's what will grow. If you plant thoughts of health, vitality, and wellness, that's what will flourish. And just like a garden, you can't plant a seed one day and expect a full-grown plant the next. Healing requires patience, consistent nurturing, and unwavering faith in the process. Right now, your body is in a constant state of renewal. Millions of cells are being replaced every second. Your skin is completely new every month. Your skeleton rebuilds itself every 3 months. The question is, what instructions are you giving? Are you telling them to recreate the same patterns of disease, or are you programming them for health and vitality? What you accept as permanent becomes permanent. What you see as possible opens doors to new possibilities. Your mind isn't just observing your state of health. It's creating it moment by moment, thought by thought, belief by belief. What's truly remarkable is that this healing power responds not just to our conscious thoughts, but to our deepest beliefs about ourselves. Take a moment right now to ask yourself, what do you truly believe about your body's ability to heal? Not what you've been told, not what you've read in medical journals, but what you believe in your heart of hearts. Some of you might be thinking, but you don't understand. My condition is different. My pain is real. My diagnosis is serious. And you're absolutely right. Your experience is real. But here's what's crucial to understand. Acknowledging the reality of your current situation doesn't mean you have to accept it as permanent. Every thought you think is like a blueprint you're sending to your body. When you wake up and immediately scan your body for pain or discomfort, you're actually instructing your nervous system to be more sensitive to pain signals. When you constantly think about your limitations, you're reinforcing those very limitations. Let me share something profound that happens in research laboratories around the world. When people are given a placebo, a sugar pill with no active ingredients, but are told it's a powerful medication, many experience real, measurable improvements in their condition. Their pain decreases, their symptoms improve, and in some cases, their bodies actually begin producing the same chemicals that the real medication would have provided. This isn't about fooling yourself or denying reality. It's about understanding that your belief system has a direct physical impact on your body's healing processes. Your beliefs are not just thoughts floating in your head. They are instructions to your body's healing system. Every emotion you feel creates a cascade of biochemical changes in your body. When you feel loved, your body produces different chemicals than when you feel afraid. When you feel peaceful, your immune system functions differently than when you feel stressed. You are literally transforming your body's chemistry with every emotional state you maintain. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Your body doesn't know the difference between an actual experience and one you vividly imagine. When you deeply imagine yourself in a state of perfect health, your body begins to align with that vision. When you maintain thoughts of wellness rather than illness, your body responds accordingly. You might be wondering, how can I believe in healing when everything I see tells me otherwise? This is where the true power of the mind comes into play. Your current reality is the result of past thoughts and beliefs. Your future reality will be shaped by the thoughts and beliefs you choose to hold from this moment forward. Every cell in your body is replaced over time. You are not the same person physically that you were a few years ago. Every day, your body is creating new cells based on the instructions it receives from your thoughts and beliefs. What instructions are you giving your new cells? Many of you are probably thinking about all the times you've tried positive thinking and it didn't work. But here's the crucial difference. This isn't about plastering a positive thought over a deeply held negative belief. It's about transforming the belief itself. It's about aligning your entire being, conscious and subconscious, with the possibility of healing. Your subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. Whatever seeds you plant will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, that's what will grow. If you plant seeds of healing, wholeness, and vitality, that's what will flourish. But here's the key to these new thoughts. Like a gardener tends to precious plants. You must water them with attention, nourish them with conviction, and protect them from the weeds of doubt. How much time do you spend thinking about what's wrong with your body compared to envisioning it in perfect health? How often do you rehearse your symptoms versus rehearsing wellness? The mind goes where it's directed and healing follows where the mind leads. This very moment, your body is listening to your thoughts. It's responding to your beliefs. It's aligning itself with your expectations. What are you telling it? Are you speaking to it with criticism and fear, or with love and trust in its innate wisdom? The power to heal isn't something you need to acquire. It's something you need to uncover. It's not about forcing your body to change. It's about creating the internal environment where healing naturally occurs. It's about removing the mental and emotional blocks that interfere with your body's natural healing abilities. Think of your body as an incredible orchestra with each organ, tissue, and cell playing its unique part in the symphony of health. Your thoughts are the conductor of this orchestra. When your thoughts are harmonious, when they're aligned with health and wholeness, the orchestra plays beautifully. When your thoughts are discordant, filled with fear and doubt, the music becomes chaotic. Every day, you're performing what I call mental rehearsals. Whether you realize it or not, you're constantly practicing either wellness or illness in your mind. When you wake up and immediately think about your pain, you're rehearsing illness. When you constantly talk about your symptoms, you're rehearsing illness. When you focus on your limitations, you're rehearsing them, strengthening those neural pathways in your brain. But what if you began consciously rehearsing wellness instead? What if you devoted the same amount of energy to visualizing health that you currently spend thinking about illness? This isn't about denial. It's about directing your mind's incredible power toward what you want rather than what you don't want. Let me share something that might surprise you. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a real experience and one you vividly imagine. When you imagine moving your hand, the same areas in your brain light up as when you actually move it. When you imagine healing, your body begins producing the same chemicals it would produce during action. This is why worry works so well. Because when you worry, you're using the same power in reverse. You're vividly imagining negative outcomes, and your body responds as if those negative things were actually happening. Your heart rate increases, your stress hormones surge, and your immune system weakens, all in response to something that exists only in your thoughts. Now, I want you to understand something crucial about this process. This isn't about forcing yourself to think positive thoughts when you feel terrible. That's not healing. That's suppression. Real healing comes from a deeper place. It comes from aligning yourself with the truth of who you are, a being with incredible self-healing capabilities. Think about that. Every night when you sleep, your body knows exactly how to lower your blood pressure, slow your breathing, repair damaged cells, and restore balance to every system. You don't have to direct this process. You don't have to tell your heart how to beat or your lungs how to breathe. There's an intelligence within you that knows exactly what to do. The key is learning to get out of your own way, learning to trust this innate intelligence rather than constantly interfering with it through worry, fear, and doubt. Your body knows how to heal. Your job is to create the conditions that allow. Here's a profound truth that many find hard to accept. Your body's natural state is health. Disease is not natural. It's what happens when something interferes with your body's natural healing abilities. And more often than not, that interference begins in the mind. How many times have you heard someone say, "It runs in my family, so I'll probably get it too"? Or "Everyone in my age group has this problem." Or "This condition is incurable." These are not just harmless thoughts. They are powerful instructions to your body. They are self-fulfilling prophecies. But here's what's extraordinary. Just as you can program yourself for illness, you can program yourself for health. Just as you can accept limitations, you can accept possibilities. The choice, and it is a choice, is yours to make. Right now, in this moment, your cells are listening. They're waiting for instructions. What are you telling them? Are you telling them they're weak, vulnerable, and prone to disease? Or are you telling them they're strong, resilient, and capable of extraordinary healing? Some of you might be thinking, but I've tried positive thinking before and it didn't work. Here's what's crucial to understand. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about aligning your entire being, conscious and unconscious. When you cut your finger, you don't have to believe it will heal for it to heal. You don't have to repeat positive affirmations about your cut healing. It just heals because that's what your body naturally does. The same principle applies to all healing. Your body's natural tendency is toward health and balance. Your job is simply to stop interfering with that natural process through doubt, fear, and negative expectation. How much of your mental energy is spent fighting against what you don't want versus embracing what you do want? How much time do you spend resisting pain versus cultivating peace? How often do you focus on your symptoms versus focusing on the feeling of wellness? Your body responds to mental images more powerfully than to words alone. When you think about your condition, what images come to mind? Are they images of disease and deterioration, or are they images of health and vitality? Remember, your body doesn't know these are just images. It responds to them as if they were reality. This is why it's so crucial to be mindful of the images you hold in your mind. When you consistently imagine yourself in a state of health and wholeness, you're not just engaging in wishful thinking, you're actually creating new neural pathways in your brain and new possibilities in your body. The deeper truth about healing is that it begins in the space between your thoughts. In those moments of pure silence, when the endless chatter of your mind quiets down, your body's natural healing intelligence can finally be heard. It's like a radio station that's always broadcasting. You just need to tune into the right frequency. When was the last time you truly listened to your body? Not with judgment, not with fear, but with deep, loving attention. Most of us have become so accustomed to fighting our bodies, to seeing them as problematic, that we've forgotten how to listen to their wisdom. Your body speaks to you in sensations, in feelings, in subtle signals that most of us have learned to ignore or override. That tension in your shoulders isn't just stress. It's your body telling you to slow down. That recurring digestive issue isn't just a physical problem. It might be your body's way of telling you you're trying to digest experiences that are too difficult to process. Every symptom, every sensation, every sign of disease is a message. But here's what's crucial to understand. These messages aren't punishments. They're not signs that your body is failing you. They're invitations to pay attention, to make changes, to align more deeply with your natural state of wellness. Think about how you treat your body when something hurts. Do you immediately reach for ways to silence the pain, to suppress the symptom? What if instead you began to ask, what is my body trying to tell me? What needs to change? What needs to heal at a deeper level? Your body's wisdom goes far beyond what any external authority can tell you about your health. You've been taught to hand over your power to experts, to believe that healing can only come from outside yourself. While medical expertise is valuable, it's time to reclaim your role as the primary healer in your life. Every time you've healed from anything, a cut, a cold, a broken bone, your body did the healing. No doctor, no medicine can heal you. They can support the process. They can create favorable conditions, but the actual healing always comes from within. Some of you might be thinking, but what about serious conditions? What about chronic diseases? What about terminal diagnoses? Here's a truth that might shake your world. Your body doesn't know what's incurable. It doesn't read medical journals. It doesn't believe in statistics. It simply responds to the instructions it receives from your mind. Every thought you think is either moving you toward health or away from it. Every belief you hold is either supporting your body's natural healing abilities or interfering with them. There is no neutral ground when it comes to the power of your mind. What would change in your body if you spent the next 30 days focusing solely on wellness instead of illness? What if you devoted the same energy to imagining health that you currently spend worrying about disease? This isn't about denying your current reality. It's about choosing which reality you want to feed with your attention and energy. Just as a plant grows in the direction of sunlight, your body moves in the direction of your most consistent thoughts and beliefs. The path to healing isn't about forcing change. It's about creating an internal environment where healing naturally occurs. It's about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations with the incredible healing intelligence that's already within you. Think of healing like growing a garden. You don't make a plant grow by pulling on it. You create the right conditions, good soil, water, sunlight, and then trust in the natural process. Your body's healing works the same way. Your job isn't to force healing, but to create conditions where healing naturally flourishes. Every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your thoughts. Every organ is responding to your emotional state. Every tissue is reacting to your beliefs about what's possible. When you understand this, you realize that every moment is an opportunity to communicate something new to your body. Instead of saying, I am sick, which tells your body to maintain that state, what if you said, I am in the process of healing? Instead of focusing on what's wrong, what if you began to notice what's right? Instead of fighting against symptoms, what if you began to see them as signs that your body is actively working to restore balance? Your healing system is always on, always working, always ready to restore balance. The only question is, are you helping or hindering this natural process with your thoughts and beliefs? What stands between you and total healing isn't time, circumstance, or even your condition. It's the walls of limitation you've built in your mind. Every time you've been told that's impossible, every time you've accepted that's just how it is, you've added another brick to that wall. But just as you built these walls thought by thought, you can dismantle them the same way. The most powerful moment in healing isn't when symptoms disappear. It's the moment you realize that you are not your condition. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your limitations. You are the awareness that observes all these things. And that awareness is perfectly whole, perfectly healthy, perfectly free. Your healing journey begins with a simple but profound shift. Stop fighting what is and start embracing what could be. Stop resisting your current reality and start creating a new one. Every time you resist something, you give it more power. Every time you fight against pain, you create tension that actually increases that pain. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of wondering, how long will this last? Ask what needs to change right now. These questions open doors in your mind that lead to new possibilities in your body. Think about this. Every great healing throughout history began with someone refusing to accept the limitations placed upon them. Every medical miracle started with someone believing in possibilities that others couldn't see. You have that same power within you right now. Your body isn't a machine that breaks down and needs fixing. It's a living intelligence that's constantly working to maintain balance and harmony. When you align your thoughts with this intelligence instead of fighting against it, you tap into a power that modern medicine is only beginning to understand. Your thoughts are not just thoughts, they're electrochemical events in your body. Every time you think, I can't, you release chemicals that weaken you. Every time you think, I can, you release chemicals that strengthen you. This isn't metaphysical thinking. This is biological reality. But some of you might be thinking, but I've had this condition for years. I've tried everything. Let me ask you, have you tried giving your complete trust to your body's healing wisdom? Have you tried aligning every thought, every belief, every expectation with the possibility of wellness? Have you tried loving your body instead of fighting it? The path to healing isn't about adding something new. It's about removing the obstacles to what's already there. Your natural state is health. Your natural state is balance. Your natural state is wholeness. Everything else is learned limitation. As this talk comes to a close, I want to leave you with this ultimate truth. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You are a perfect expression of life itself, temporarily experiencing conditions that are asking you to grow, to change. Your symptoms are not your enemy. They're messengers guiding you toward greater wholeness. Starting right now, in this moment, make a decision to be on your own side. Make a decision to trust your body's wisdom. Make a decision to align every thought with healing rather than disease, with possibility rather than limitation, with wellness rather than illness. Your healing journey doesn't begin tomorrow, or when conditions are perfect, or when you feel ready. It begins right now with the very next thought you choose to think. Will that thought be one of limitation or possibility? Will it be one of fear or trust? Will it be one that supports healing or hinders it? Every person who has ever healed from anything began exactly where you are now, with a choice. A choice to believe in possibility over limitation. A choice to trust in their body's wisdom over their fearful thoughts. A choice to align with wellness instead of illness. Let your final thought today be this. Within you right now is every resource, every capability, every power needed for complete healing. Your job isn't to create this power. It's to remove everything that blocks it. Your job isn't to make healing happen. It's to allow it to happen naturally by aligning your thoughts with health instead of disease. The power to heal has always been yours. It has never left you. It never could leave you because it's not something separate from you. It is you. It's time to claim this power. It's time to use it consciously. It's time to become the healing presence you were always meant to be. Walk out of here today knowing that with every breath, every heartbeat, every moment, you have the power to choose thoughts that heal. Use this power wisely. Use it consistently. Use it now. Your body is listening. Your cells are waiting. Your healing journey begins with your very next thought. What will that thought be?